Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. We are here in Milwaukee. Home court advantage for the Bucks. Back to Turner. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
And if you look at what he's done over the last few years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great, breaking new ground.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Kuzma outside. Stripped away. Down low. Here's Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, over the years, Tatum has really mastered the art of drawing fouls.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Tatum on the wing. Driving inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Don't sleep on Jason Tatum's athleticism. This guy attacks the basket with ferocity.
Prince outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
There's a good screen. Simons with the ball. Picked up by Turner. Turner with the steal. The wide open look here for Kuzma. His three-pointers off the mark. Three-pointers, Simons. And the three ball is good.
And there's the explosive ability of Simons, ready to light it up from anywhere.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Bucks trail by 7. Porter bounce pass. From deep, Prince. Rebounded by the Celtics. And here comes White, leading the fast break. A nice shot by Tatum. And now that's 11 points for Jason Tatum.
Derek White does a little bit of absolutely everything for this team, and what I love the most, his ability to pass it at a high level.
Celtics on offense. They're on a 14-3 run right now. Pass to Tatum. And again, it's Boston with the three.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Giannis. Here's Kuzma. And again, the Bucks miss. Boston leading by 12. Left side, Brown. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And stolen by Simons. And a miss there on the triple. Bucks trail by 17. Left side, Turner. On the wing, Porter. Buries the long-range jumper.
Shooting while in rhythm. Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
Back to Simons. Brown outside. Prince grabs the miss. Here's Giannis. And he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
And that one misses.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
A nice shot by Simons. And, GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report.
And no one in the league does it better. Giannis feeling the contact there, almost using that to propel himself for the finish.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Celtics making a switch here. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics leading by 19. No doubt Jaylen Brown is one of the most gifted isolation scorers in the league right now, Doris.
He is one of those guys, Kevin, that you do not want to be defending on an island. Jaylen Brown is an elite athlete, but he is also a three-level scorer, which makes him almost impossible to handle.
Giannis outside. Prince outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Prince has got 6.
But just tremendous instincts from Prince. Feeling the defense, getting loose, getting into his catch-and-shoot game. Nicely done.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Turner comes with the double team. The Celtics working the ball around now. They set the screen. White. And again, it's Boston with the 3.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And it's White with the rebound. Celtics leading by 22. Pass to Brown. And that one goes. Feeding him with the lead pass. He's got 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never...
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
And Greg with the absence of Jason Tatum for the time being. Perhaps a hiatus for the Celtics as a title favorite?
Well, not to mention some of the salary cap casualties. It's not the same team that won it all in 24, but in great position once Tatum returns.
Takes the 3. That shot no good. And it's Porter with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's up a 3, and the Bucks miss again.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Simon's on the wing. Back to Tatum. Clock at 6. And stolen by Kuzma. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Pass to Simons. Back to Tatum. Drains it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 34 points.
Jason Tatum is capable of explosive nights offensively. If you're the defense, you better lock in right now.
And here's... Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's a perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Simons with the ball. Outside Tatum. He takes it in, and the layup's good off the glass. Tatum's got 36.
But Jason Tatum worked hard, being comfortable in tight windows off the dribble drive. That was a nice-looking move. Boy, certainly looked like the defense was okay, letting him shoot from 3. But let's remember, he can hit some of these.
There's Brown with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Brown's got 8.
Jaylen Brown with the immediate answer from three-point territory. Yes, sir.
For 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Back to Trent. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Great D that time from Tatum. Here's Boston now. Lets it go with the 3. Drains the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. Kyle Kuzma picks one up. Boston making a switch here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek White converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Guys, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Anthony on the wing. They kick it out to Green. And taken away by Brown. Simons with the ball. Now Anthony defending.
Great effort on the glass by the big fella. Nice work.
To the inside. Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Well, we know Trent Jr. can flat shoot the basketball, but he has to balance that with his passing. Nice delivery there.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Outside Anthony. And stolen by Simons. There's Brown with the three. The putback. The kick out to Simons. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Tatum. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Tatum's got 45 points.
Well, you love the way Tatum will take the mid-range if it opens up to him.
Drills it from outside.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And it's Green missing. Tatum with it. Now Anthony defending. Three-pointer, Simons. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Simons has got 9 points.
And you got to get out on the head if you're the defense. Simons, too big a threat from deep.
Pass to Anthony. Here's Rollins. Good on the triple. Rollins got his first 3 points of the game.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
The three from Tatum. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here is Smith. Outside Portis. Pass to Smith. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Brown. Left side Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
You see the level of verticality that Jason Tatum brings to the table. Nice.
Back to Anthony. From past the arc. And that one is off. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's Milwaukee now. Here's Antetokounmpo. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Got a piece of it. Giannis with it. Picked up by Brown. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Outside White. It's good from long range.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Prince outside. To the paint. On the wing, Brown. Brown jams it in.
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular. Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Here's Brown. Milwaukee with the rebound. Prince outside. Three-pointer. And Shireman pulls it down. It's Brown on the wing. Launches it. Oh, my. He'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It goes on Taurean Prince. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Here's Jackson. The layup missed. Boston dictating the flow. Launches a three. And Brown is good for three. Brown's got 16 points here in the second half. Kicks it out to Prince. Back to Antetokounmpo. There's Jackson with the three. Connects from three-point range.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
And he nails the third. Giannis outside. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Pass to Kuzma. It's Prince on the wing. And another three for Milwaukee.
A good percentage of Taurean Prince shots are from distance, and you can see why right there.
Outside Tatum. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Tatum's got 50 points.
This is unbelievable. He has over half the team's points right now.
Out to Kuzma. From deep, Prince. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Boy, they've battled, they've fought. The difference maker has been Taurean Prince. Give him the basketball and get out of his way.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jason Tatum.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
.30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And he's good on the three ball.
Taurean Prince making the jump shot look easy right there. Boy, is he confident.
Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Prince's shot is good.
Boy, remarkable how efficient he's been scoring the ball. He feels good right now.
From the arc. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know, You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come.
It's the Phoenix Suns taking on the San Antonio Spurs. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
And last season, Greg, Devin Booker became the Phoenix Suns' all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, he passed Hall of Famer Walter Davis to achieve that feat. Booker guy that wants to be a Sun for life. So I expect him to break even more franchise records. Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. He said they have their work cut out with Devin Booker, who can score in many different ways. Coach told me people talk about his deep shooting range, but his middle is just as lethal. And if you crowd him, he can take it to the rim. And he has the size to do damage there. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity, and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Wembanyama. Williams with the block. Out to the wing. Allen outside. On the wing, Booker. It's Allen on the wing. And stolen by Castle. On up the court.
And he's not the biggest guy, but Vassell can get up there when he needs to.
Pass to Williams. Back to Booker. The kick out to Williams. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. On the wing, Booker. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Booker's got 5 points so far.
In textbook mechanics, make it look like it's going in every time. Booker, unreal.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Done shot's good.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, big-time slam by Wembanyama. This is why you got to push him out of the paint.
No good from Booker. Spurs trail by 3. Deflects the pass to the paint. Hefty move. And there's the nice layup by Barnes.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Phoenix shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Free throw good, Booker.
An elite offensive threat. Booker continues to try and find ways to improve his game.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight. Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And here's Booker from the arc. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
I love how they're playing. When you combine great effort and great execution, it leads to great results.
GA, you hear about 3-level scores, but is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep 2s as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
What a contest. That looked like a guaranteed bucket.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
And the basket by Castle.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
And Craig, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Here's Booker after the basket by San Antonio.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Cornette can't get it to go.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, guys. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Kevin, back over to you.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Great timing by Booker, setting up his teammate for success. Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Now, Bryant, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And so here's Phoenix. Booker with a deep three. It's hauled in by Cornette.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Shots good by Booker.
And you can see how quick Booker is to react. No hesitation on that jump shot.
In the corner, it's Cornette. Misses that one. He's made one and missed two this game so far. Here's Brooks. San Antonio with the rebound. Bryant with it. Now guarded by Booker. Pass to Johnson. The three from Bryant. To the right side. And here's Harper from the arc. Malawach grabs the miss. Booker with no one around. Misses the three. Johnson, a wide open look. The baseline J off the mark. And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Phoenix ahead. They lead by one. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Suns leading. And when we look at this Suns team, Tim, over the last few seasons, what's the first word that comes to mind for you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say underachievement. You think back to 2021, 2 wins away from an NBA title. They made some swing for the fences type of decisions, and, well, it just didn't pan out.
Pass to Castle. Good D by Booker.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Booker. 18 points for him. Allen outside. From downtown, Wembanyama with the rebound. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Stolen by Allen. Pass to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Booker's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Suns. From 11 feet away, the shot by Wembanyama, no good. Brooks outside. For three, Booker. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. They trail by 7. A shot by Champagnie, no good. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And Phoenix making a change here. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-90s. We were still flying commercial till that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now if we could do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
Booker, no good.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved he didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
And they'll get another chance. Lets it go with the three. Again, the miss by Booker.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Here's McLaughlin. Still without a basket. Offensive rebound. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Brooks, left side. Back to Booker. Brooks outside. Lets the three fly. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Brooks has got the lead up to 8 now for the Suns. And they pick up 2.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Back to Booker. From deep. San Antonio with the rebound. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And McLaughlin gets it to go.
Making plays for others, Wembanyama.
Now here's Booker. 21 points in the game. Brooks outside. He got it up. The third quarter comes to a close. Suns lead by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Spurs trail by 4. There's the double team with Allen. Harper in the corner. From the arc. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
You know, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Buries it from 3-point range.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And timeout called by Jordan Ott. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he plays with incredible determination. Want to is a skill, and he has it.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Count it!
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Wembanyama rips down the rebound.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Double clutches. Wembanyama. Oh, hits the putback.
And you got to get a body on Wembanyama or he will eat you up down low.
Driving in. And there's the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And here we go. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Gillespie. Now O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. From about 16. Wembanyama reels it in. San Antonio trailing here. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead right there. Here's Iguodaro. Here's O'Neal. Unloads. Wembanyama rips down the rebound. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up to San Antonio.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Phoenix making some changes. Booker draws the double. It's Allen. And stolen by Barnes. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. And that won't go. Missing the go-ahead basket. Now Allen.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them the lead.
Well, they still have the lead. Now they have to protect it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Olynyk. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
Here's Brooks.
keeping the defense honest. Can't be over-aggressive against Booker.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And definitely, they got to get that defensive strategy in place. You have to play it smart. A stop probably wins the game for them, but they cannot afford a foul.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good that time. That puts him ahead.
And this team knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line. Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Booker, and so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that about wraps it up. Along with Tim Legler.
Thanks for being with us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. Here we go. Tip-off goes to Philadelphia. To the inside. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
Here's Reeves. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Back to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit from the elbow.
And I don't understand. Why is he going to the fadeaway? Just go straight up with it.
Doncic. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Right side Maxey. Here's Grimes. James brings the double team. Here's Oubre. Driving in. Here's Embiid. And a missed layup. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Before long, we were talking about LeBron James, and he said, he's a focus for us tonight, absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. Brian, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. To the paint. Here's James. Can't hit from in close. Maxey on the wing. All alone. And he gets the bucket.
Now, that's confidence right there. This is when you know Maxey is feeling it.
Outside Reeves. Shakes him. Jams it in off a great move.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. It's Grimes on the wing. George outside, puts up a three, and Aiden pulls it down. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Pass to Doncic. No good on the triple. Outside Grimes. George outside. The floater. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. You know, when you think about the league's most capable scorers, Paul George has to be on that list, Richard.
When I think of PG, he's just a perfect basketball player. Dunks, threes, mid-range. This man can do it all. And when he's got it going, it's hard to think of a more complete scorer.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Oubre. He's scoreless. Pass to Embiid. George outside. Good. And the assist to Embiid.
They're capable of shooting 40% from deep for a season. Paul George is steady from downtown.
And it's James with the jam.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. And it's James James with the jam.
Look, getting inside positioning is what he wants. Like, once that man gets in there and gets moving, oh, he's going to finish that dunk.
And Embiid throws it down.
And just an incredible effort on the offensive glass.
Wow, follows it up with the putback to finish the play. James can't get it to go. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Oubre. Count that one.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Lakers trail by 3. It's James on the wing. He has 6. Pass to Kleba. From behind the arc. He's off on that one. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Philadelphia on top. Up 3. Let's take a quick... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Here's Larabia. Drummond grabs the miss. Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's George, and he banks in the layup. George has got 9. Richard, looking at your career, 17 years in the league. How'd you survive the grind of a regular season that many years?
Well, 1, you got to take care of your body, and 2, evolution is the key to success. I was a different player when I was year 3 than I was at year 15. You have to continue to evolve.
And the Lakers have possession. Doncic outside. It's stolen by Maxey. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Back to Oubre. Here's George. He takes it in. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And that's 11 points for Paul George. Pass to James. Back to Doncic. James with the ball. Guarded now by George. Inside. Hachimura outside. Just 4 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off the shot. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Here's Maxey. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Out to James. Shot clock at 5. Good D. Better O from LeBron.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Richard, it's hard to believe, but this is already LeBron's 8th season with the Lakers.
Yeah, surpassing his first 7 seasons with the Cavs. And look, this is his longest consecutive streak with one team. And he's got a championship to show for it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Luka Doncic talked about wearing purple and gold. He said, it's the Lakers. so many past legends, so many championships. You don't come here for anything else. So I have everything left to prove, and that's the goal. I get to play in the greatest club in the world, and I'm excited for this new journey. Back to you.
A new beginning. Thank you, Allie. Back to James. To the middle. Ayton. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage. And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Ayton with a screen. Throws it up high. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
What goes up, Ayton will throw down. They knew just when to pass him that ball.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Philadelphia leading by 8. George for 3. And Ayton pulls it down.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Down low. Here's Hachimura. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Staying healthy isn't easy in the NBA, Richard. Just look at Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Rui's always been pestered by that injury bug. Coming into this season, he's never hit 70 games. Just shows you how tough it is to stay healthy in this league.
Pass to George. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. George has got 8 here in this quarter.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Prime shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It's stolen by Maxey. Fast break. Here comes Philadelphia. George for 3. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Pass to Doncic. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Back to the game after this break. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. It's James on the wing. And there's a defensive 3-second call. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And the technical free throw is good.
Austin Reeves shows you what can happen with hard work and the right mindset. He hustles hard, and the results, well, they speak for themselves.
Pass to James. Just 3 to shoot. And here's Ayton. And the 3 off target. RJ, it was a wild year in Philadelphia. They used 30 players last season.
Third most for a team in league history. They set a record for different starting lineup with over 50. Yes, 50 combination. They're hoping for a little bit more consistency this year.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul. Here's George. He's got 18. Fades and shoots. Rebounded by LeBron. Lakers trail by 10. Inside. The layup off target. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
George, no good. And it's the Lakers ball. Back to Ayton. Pass to Reeves. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Nice move. James goes in.
He is just a bad man when he starts to drive. Once he gets that shoulder by the defender, look, it's over.
George for three. George with another miss. From deep, Reeves. Rebound by Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 11. Here's George. Pass to Bona. Outside Grimes. 4 on the clock. He can't get that one to fall. Lakers trail by 8. To the middle. Outside Reeves. Oh, George with a steal. With the teardrop. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
And it all comes together because George is a team player. He works so hard to support the play on the floor and be where he's needed to be for his team.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman, Grant.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
When LeBron decides it's his time, good luck slowing him down.
Oubre on the wing. Back to Maxey. Outside Oubre. 6 to shoot. Tipped.
Perfect timing by Hachimura. What a block.
Kicks it out to Smart. Doncic outside. It's stolen by McCain. Over Hachimura. And the basket by Edwards. And the 76ers lead by 10.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
And going right through the contact, Luka has tremendous strength, especially for a guy who handles the ball so much.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Philadelphia?
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
That's good from Doncic. Well, one of the many things that's impressive about Luka Doncic, he double clutches so well.
Right, and he even absorbs contact in the air, and somehow, some way, still has a very high field goal percentage. Luka, his game defies logic. Maybe Luka's logic.
Smart outside. Pass to James. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. Philadelphia grabs the miss. 4 seconds. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And it's the Warriors to start out. Outside Pajemski. Right side Curry. Fires the three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, B.A., I don't expect to see many easy buckets between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hardworking, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, earlier I spoke with J.J. Redick. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Pass to Aiden. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Back to Doncic. Lets it fly. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Great off-ball action from Doncic.
The three from Curry. And Aiden pulls it down. And last season, the Warriors had their most success playing a small ball lineup, Grant.
Well, they more than held their own on the backboards in defending the paint. But you knew they'd look to add some size this summer.
And it's Doncic missing. Outside Pajemski. Outside Green. A shot from the high post. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Now Los Angeles with it. It's a three-point game. James. And the layup falls.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Green. A screen. Inside. The kick out. Curry. 5 to shoot. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Pass to Pajemski. The three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Left side Reeves. Here's James. He's covered by Curry. Back to Reeves. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors lead by 3. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. 4-3. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
James, that's good.
And once James gets the ball near the rim, just let him go to work because he knows what he's doing down there.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Down low. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Doncic.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Now here's Doncic. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Post.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
James with a steal. Pass to Doncic. Takes the three. That one's off. He's 1 for 6. The Warriors lead by 4. To the inside. Here's Kuminga. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Aiden inside. Tries again. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Green. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's hammered home by Green.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors ahead, leading by 7. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And one guy you can neither speed up nor slow down, that's Luka Doncic, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he completely dictates the pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game. Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Tell you what, guys, that's not an easy finish, but somehow Doncic makes it look rather effortless.
Pass to post. To the middle. Here's Kuminga. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
Well, you see what you have here. I mean, the unselfishness of Butler, an often unsung trait of his.
Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Back to James. Excellent D there from Kuminga. The Warriors lead by 7 to the paint. Back to post. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Oh, man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Down the first one. Well, Grant, the Lakers captured the 3 seed last season, but only the 8th best point differential in the West. What does that tell you?
It tells me that they overachieved in the regular season, but a team this star-studded has postseason aspirations as well. That's where they'll look to improve.
And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul. Doncic outside. Look at Doncic making himself at home.
Luka uses his body to create space and then finds the inside look.
And here's Curry for 3. James with the rebound. Lakers trail by 7. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you, Brian. Jimmy Butler, quite the pairing with Steph Curry, and Steph said he's like the exact opposite player of me. He's dominating the paint, I'm dominating the perimeter. Butler said, I don't think I could be a better complement to him, and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. I'm playing in so much space. Back to you, Brian.
A great fit. Thank you, Allie. Outside Reeves. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Reeves has understated size for a guard, attacking that rim.
Pass to Butler. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. James with the block. And they'll keep possession. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Boy, throwing himself on the offensive glass and being rewarded for it, that's the energy that Draymond Green brings.
Pass to Kleba. And here's James. Clock at 6. Back to Doncic. Ooh, poked away. Gets stolen by Hield. Green with the ball. Picked up by James. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his 3rd foul so far. Both teams will make substitutions. The 3 from Curry. There he is. The 3-point king delivers on cue.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Curry draws the double. Back to Podziemski. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Lakers. Oh, LeBron rocks the rim.
Never gets old seeing LeBron explode off the floor like that.
There's 37 seconds left in the second. Here's Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. 9 points for Draymond Green.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Outside Curry. 20 seconds left in the first half. To the inside. Oh, look at Green getting his inside.
Curry's got such a great feel and understanding of the game. I mean, he can make a lot happen in the pick and roll.
Hachimura outside. Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. There's the triple. And Curry is good for 3. Curry's got 13 now.
As a defender, it's got to be a futile feeling when Curry's in the zone like this.
And it's Doncic missing. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Golden State Warriors. As you know, acquiring a big man was a priority for the Lakers in the offseason, Grant.
And that became a glaring need as we saw in their first-round exit against Minnesota. But enter DeAndre Ayton, a definite upgrade, B.A. And we know Luka is at his best alongside a rim-running center.
Here's Curry, and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Curry does not just hurt you from deep. He is a clever finisher on the drive. Lethal at penetrating and finishing.
Lakers trail by 14. Pass to James. Ooh, that's easy work for LeBron inside.
That's precisely what they got to do right now. Attack the rim. And if you happen to get fouled, maybe you earn a trip to the line out of it.
Back to Podziemski. And it's Butler with the jam.
Butler knows what he can do inside. That time erupting for a throwdown.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Lakers making a change here. Lakers trail by 14. Here's James. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
LeBron showing you how he does it. A stylish flush by King James.
Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
James, that's good.
Hey, I really like what I'm seeing from LeBron here tonight, keeping it simple. He's going to the hot hand, which is him. That's pretty good.
Curry looking it over. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. James outside. Now Reeves. That one drops for him.
Reeves at 6'5" is kind of sneaky long, and he can more than hold his own inside.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Warriors making a switch here. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Lakers are trying to maximize what LeBron James has left in the tank. Coach J.J. Redick said, when you get to coach one of the greatest players ever, you take a lot of joy and pride and excitement in that. And it's my job to help him in these last few innings of his career. Guys, back over to you.
A rare opportunity. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Shot clock at 3. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the Warriors miss again. Lakers trail by 12. And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected. I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Outside Curry. Pass to Green. And here's Butler. He's covered by Ayton. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Back to Reeves. Pass to Kleba. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Out to Hield. The 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Lakers trail by 11. Here's Vincent. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Back to Butler. Hield on the wing. Pass to Green. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Los Angeles shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
One of the tough things about guarding Reeves is his change of pace ability. I mean, he gives you a lot of different looks, a little bit herky-jerky and kind of unorthodox, and all of that keeps you off balance.
Out to the right wing. And here's Connect outside. Sinks it from distance. Connect's got his first 3 points of the game. And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Warriors lead by 7. Butler surveying the floor. To the middle. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Reeves. On the wing, Hachimura. The three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors lead by 7. Hield with the ball. Now Doncic defending. Now here's Butler. Screen by Post. Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
This one for 3. They get it back. Post. And that one is stuffed right through.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Right side, Butler. Inside. Stolen by Vanderbilt. Here's Hachimura. James, a good look. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
I mean, they play some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw is good.
Everybody knows about how Buddy Hield is an incredible three-point threat. What I love, here's a guy with a bunch of years playing 80 or more games. Love that durability. He's ready to go whenever they call his name.
Outside Hachimura. Here's Doncic. Doncic punches it home.
Luka with so many physical gifts, taking flight right there.
Outside Hield. Reeves there for the rebound. Lakers trail by 8. LeBron at oh, I can't believe he just did that.
Way up top. And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Curry. He gets it to go.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Here's Doncic. James outside. Here's Vanderbilt. Doncic right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding him.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And that's good as he hits both shots.
He showed a lot of composure that trip to the line. Now it's almost a one-possession game.
Butler. Outside heel. Now Butler. Butler with emphasis.
Right there, Hield creating for his teammate. Unselfish play that time.
Ooh, it doesn't go. Time running out for the Lakers. James goes in.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. Both free throws good from James.
And James considered a franchise talent without question. This guy is the complete package.
Outside Curry. Butler. Rebounded by Ayton.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit. No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the fourth. On the attack, Curry. Shot clock at 6. And they go to the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he's able to hit the second one. And that increases the lead to 6. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They trail by 6. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Doncic. Oh, the long ball, no good. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. And they get it back. Knocks down the trifecta. And so it's Golden State winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got the win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
We'll see the Houston Rockets taking on the San Antonio Spurs. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Hart, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sidelines.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Cancel. Takes a three. Rockets with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Clock at 4. Şengün with a wide-open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Cancel. And the rejection by Smith. And Wembanyama throws it down. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 4-point game. Here's KD. In the corner, Smith with it. And it's slammed in by Smith.
And how about the force on that finish by Smith?
And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll see some free throws here.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
Taken third overall in 2022, Smith, instead of trying to take the lead by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him.
The Rockets again can't hit. To the inside. Inside. And Wembanyama throws it down.
A big-time slam by Wembanyama. This is why you got to push him out of the paint.
Durant inside. Smith with a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Smith's got 6 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Amen Thompson, one of the most spectacular athletes in basketball. Coach Ime Udoka said he's so fast and explosive that he has the versatility to attack any matchup. Put a big body on him, he still has his advantages. We can put him anywhere in actions, and he can get downhill. Back to you, Kevin.
What an athlete. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. 1:32 left here in the first quarter. And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. GA, he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Down low. Adams. And he banks in the layup.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
Wembanyama, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. To the paint. Back to Castle. Barnes outside. And the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's elite length and explosiveness. Harrison Barnes attacks the rim, leaves no doubt.
No good from Finney Smith. Wembanyama outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
Now you see the wherewithal of Fred Van Vliet. Finds the soft spot in the defense and converts.
To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant, and they've done a terrific job holding him in check. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
6 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Spurs leading by 6. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Back to Finney Smith. Fox with the steal. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Over Finney Smith. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. 6-point lead. 8 feet away. San Antonio again missing. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Into the lane. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Fox has got 6.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Stolen by Van Vliet. One-on-one fast break. Pass to Eason. Here's Finney Smith. Clock at 6. Here's Van Vliet. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. On the wing, Barnes. And it's Vassell in the corner. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Thompson. Scoreless thus far. KD on the wing. Over Castle. A nice shot by KD.
Boy, just the silky smoothness of the release of Kevin Durant. What a treat to watch.
And here's Vassell from the arc. Barnes down low. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
And Adams now top of the key. In the corner, Şengün with it. Outside Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Cornet. Spurs leading by 7. .110 left to play in the first half. It's Fox with the drive. Vassell outside. Back to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock.
Well, you won't see a lot of this. Barnes tends not to draw a ton of fouls, but he baits the defender in that instance.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Barnes. Barnes hits them both. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Castle. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The shot by KD. No good. To the inside. Pass to Cornet. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. Good if it goes. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. KD looking around. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here's Castle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Thompson.
And what makes Castle so difficult to guard is that he keeps defenders off balance with this constant change of pace.
He's off on the second. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
The kick out to Barnes. Pass to Castle. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, Kevin Durant not about to settle for any low percentage shot. My goodness, with authority.
Rockets trail by 8. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And again, the Rockets good for 2. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Spurs making a switch here. San Antonio leading by 6. It's Vassell on the wing. A pass to Fox. Here's Castle. Guarded by KD. Back to Fox. And Durant sends it back. At the elbow, Adams. And here is Şengün. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson in the corner. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when the illegal screen is set.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
And they'll get another chance. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 8.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Outside, Fox. Here's Castle. And Durant sends it back.
How about the defense from Kevin Durant? Sends that shot back.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Both teams will make substitutions. Durant on the take.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
Here's Barnes. Good. Nice job down low. He's got 10. And KD's got the ball here for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 6. 1:14 left in the third quarter. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, what you like about Barnes in transition, he's equally proficient getting to the rack or setting up for the jump shot.
Outside, KD. A three-pointer off the mark. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's Wembanyama. Some solid defense there from KD. Adams outside. Pass to Thompson. From downtown. And Durant can't get that one to fall. Spurs leading by 8.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Harper. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. It's San Antonio. They're up by 6. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Şengün. And that one's good. Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Spurs. Here's Finney-Smith. Up and in on the layup.
That's what you call using your body. Playing a little bully basketball is Dorian Finney-Smith.
Pass to Wembanyama. Launches it. Eason grabs the board. Rockets trailed by 6. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Tate. And Tate throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce, courtside. Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And here's KD for 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Outside Harper. Pass to Vassell. No good with the triple. Rockets trail by 6. Now here's Şengün. Van Vliet with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. Here is Durant. 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Wembanyama reels it in. "14 feet away. Can't get it to go." And so Şengün will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Harper with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs.
He's showing the hops there. Harper can get up with the best of them.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He knows every possession is critical now. And the Rockets making a change here. Here's Thompson. Outside, KD. From outside, Thompson. Oh, sticks the putback.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the second opportunity.
No good. Rockets trail by 6. Durant. Durant soaring in for the deuce.
Big moments. This is who Kevin Durant is. He delivers when the game is in the balance.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. They've led by as much as 10. Wembanyama. Durant with the rebound. Rockets trailed by 4. Here's Thompson. Oh, what a finish.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Now Fox. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
And how about the young fella, Wembanyama with a big-time bucket.
He throw good, Wembanyama.
And that tacks another big point onto the lead. Great and-one play showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
5 to shoot. Kevin Durant. The 3 doesn't go.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the three.
No good there. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
Wembanyama down low. Şengün with the rebound.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
It's the first, Nick. We'll put them up by 2.
And this is important for Wembanyama's development, wanting to step up and be a leader.
And he is unable to get the second one.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste, not at this point in the game.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Outside Durant. Here's Smith. Can they tie it? Missed on the 3. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, we'll see the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. It's Morant with the drive. Oh, he misses the dunk. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. And Fox gets it to go.
Nice use of the pick there. Fox lost the defender and capitalized.
Morant scanning the floor. Jackson tries again. Edey gets the bucket.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back. While he's a bit undersized for a four, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Pass to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Edey. Back to Morant. Clock at 6. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got his second basket.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Fox with it. He's picked up by Morant. Top of the key. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the paint. Here's Jackson. Morant outside. And Morant throws it down.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
Now here's Morant. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. GA, he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
Now here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Edey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Oh, a tricky move by Jackson Jr. Using a little pump fake to get the defender off balance.
So, RJ, when you think about Jaren Jackson, defense is the first thing that comes to mind, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Triple J is a force. He's a perennial candidate for all defensive honors, and I'm glad I didn't have to shoot on this guy.
And here's Morant, following the three-pointer from De'Aaron Fox. Here's Jackson. Wembanyama with the rebound. Vassell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The offensive rebound. Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
56 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Fox. Pass to Barnes. Now Fox. Guarded by Morant. And the shot goes in. And it's 7 points for De'Aaron Fox.
This is the thing about Fox. He has the length to do damage on the inside.
Now here's Jackson. And they double up Jackson. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Spurs leading by 4. Going inside. And Harper slams it in.
So good at reading the floor off the bounce and getting into the teeth of the defense.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Here's Harper to the inside. Shoots over Morant. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflections. Why do you think that's so important to him?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption. Even if you don't get the steal, messing up the flow of a team's offense can be so impactful.
And it's Harper with the rebound. Spurs leading by 5. Here's Sohan. And the 3 off target. Out to the right wing. Back to Morant. Morant takes off. And Morant throws it down.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
2.
He's off on the first.
Wow, wouldn't he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he can't hit the second. The Grizzlies trail by 3. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Yeah, becoming better at setting up his teammates, and KCP delivers that pass on target.
It's good. Harper's got 5 points so far.
And you can just see the defender just way too slow, and he got burnt there for the layup. That's where speed can kill.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's ready to talk things through with them. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. It's stolen. A drive by Bryant. And the dunk by Bryant.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
San Antonio with the ball. Following the miss by John Morant. Here's Harper. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
Not an area you want to allow Harper to get to. Maybe a rookie, but he can finish like a seasoned veteran.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Harper after Memphis gets the three. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Brandon Clark. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Caldwell Pope outside. Memphis moving that ball around. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Pass to Cornette. Fires the three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one. And that one falls for Cornette. And truly, RJ, some luck for the Spurs in recent drafts.
Yeah, they've jumped into the top 4 in 3 straight lotteries, and with 2 straight Rookie of the Years, they've done a good job with those picks.
And he nails the third. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. In the center of things, Morant.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
And Harper slams it in.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And this is what John Morant does best. When he finds his rhythm on offense, he is almost impossible to guard.
Knocks it loose.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Here's Clark. And Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Lets it fly. Harper, no good.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
Now, here's Morant for 3. No basket. That's his 5th miss in 11 attempts from the floor. Spurs leading by 6. The 3. The putback. Here's Cornette. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Morant with it. Picked up by Bryant. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 24 seconds left in the first half. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And here is Fox. He's got 7. Barnes can't get it to go. Here's Jerome. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Dylan Harper getting it done for the Spurs. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Jerome with the steal. Pass to Aldama. Outside Jackson. A special move before the shot. Jackson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Grizzlies. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Castle. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, range out beyond the arc, and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Wembanyama. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. RJ, we have never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama. In your opinion, what's his potential?
Wemby has so much potential, it's scary. The number one thing that can stop him from being one of the greats of all times, in my opinion, is injury. After that, there is nothing that is stopping him from being one of the most dominant physical specimens we've ever seen.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Kevin, back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Edie. The layup off target. Spurs leading by 4. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Conchar. Tipped away. And there's the drive. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Now, here's Fox. He's got 9. Wembanyama, a screen. Can't get it to fall. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Here's Edie. And it's all evened up. Edie's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
The kick out to Barnes. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Barnes has got 5 now.
He's a dangerous shooter from deep. Barnes can hit some big shots out there.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Jackson with the screen. Inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson rolling off the pick, can finish with either hand or just rise and fire.
Here's Fox. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Now here's Barnes. He has 5. Wembanyama on the attack. Can't hit from in close. Left side Jackson. Pass to Clark. Conchar trying to break free. And that one's good by Clark. He's got 6.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time. He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Spurs leading by 3. Into the lane. And it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox, there may not be a quicker player with the ball in his hands.
Back to Jackson. San Antonio with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And it's a 7-point Spurs lead. Pass to Clark. And here's Jackson. Looking to get it going. Good defense by Wembanyama. Here's Barnes. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And the Grizzlies with possession here. They trail by 7. Barnes grabs the miss. And the Spurs with possession here. Fox goes in, and he comes up with the deuce.
We've seen Fox take over games before. Only takes a few shots to go, and then this man is feeling it.
Spurs leading by 9. Wembanyama outside. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Morant. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Three-pointer, Fox. Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Here's Morant. Fox with the steal. Here's Castle. And that one is good. And the Spurs lead by 15.
Timeout.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message that the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
And Allie, thanks so much. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Fox. Morant outside. Nice move. Rebounded by Memphis. The three doesn't go. San Antonio leading by 11. Castle on the wing. They double team Wembanyama. Lets loose a three. Doesn't get that one. Morant left side. And he jams it in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Timeout called by Coach Isillo. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And Memphis making a change here. in the first of two. No good. Heartbreaker.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
He's able to hit the second one, and that trims the lead to 6.
They need everything they can get right now, but can't leave points on the table.
Fox driving inside.
Explosive move by Fox, and if you're the defense, you've got to come to expect that.
Morant fires, and he does not hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Wembanyama left side. Here's Barnes. From outside, Vassell. Outside, Fox. The three is off. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Morant outside. For 3. Wembanyama reels it in. Right side, Fox. Now Wembanyama. Releases. Edey rips down the rebound. It's Morant. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Frank Edey picks one up.
Clearly a foul.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. And he makes both free throws.
Calm and cool, and his free throw put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wembanyama! Edey rips down the rebound.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Now Jackson. And so it's San Antonio with the win. Some